Long ago, when the earth had grown violent and wicked, there lived a man named Noah. This is the story of his faith and of a promise. We will keep time and place as the text suggests. Ancient Near East, dust, tents, wood, and a sky that listens. Scene 1. Corruption in a man of faith. Violence filled the earth, grim faces, hard bargains, empty prayers, among them Noah.
Noah, you hammer all day and pray all night. Do the gods even notice?
I answer to one God who speaks. Build or not, the work is work of obedience.
Obedience doesn't build houses, Noah. It's a poor wage.
If obedience keeps alive, it is the only wage I need.
The earth is corrupt. Make for yourself an ark.
As you command, show me how.
And so the instruction came, measurements and materials, a strange architecture of salvation. Scene 2. Plans and family.
300 cubits long, 50 wide, 30 high. Bring me a cedar and pitch. We'll make a roof at one opening. Topmost, one door on the side.
Noah, it's enormous. Where will we find so much timber? Where will the beasts come from?
The Lord provides. We do the work.
Dad, people cast stones, call us fools. The children follow jeers. Will they mock forever?
We are doing right. That is enough.
Split between work and derision, their family labored. Noah's wife and sons helped, each a hand and also a heart.
We begin tomorrow at first light. Bring food that keeps. Bring rope. Bring faith.
Scene 3. A building montage. Days become months. The ark rose, plank by plank. Neighbors laughed while Noah and his family measured each plank.
These boards go on and yet they do not finish. Why carve so many ribs?
Because someone believes.
Check the patch seal. Make sure the ribs align.
When the ark's frame stood high against the sky, the whispers became shouts of derision, and still the Lord's call would not be quieted. Scene 4. Animals enter. When the ark neared completion, the beast came not by force, but by some call older than hunger.
Come 2 by 2. Step gently. Paw next to paw. Guidance, order, respect, all Earth's life. Each pair a promise.
Villagers watched from the edge, some softened, some horrified.
I did not know I could be moved by a goat. There is something about this.
Faith has its own language.
Scene 5. The doors close and the sky breaks. When the last pair entered and the door was shut, the heavens opened. Rain that had no memory of stopping began.
Secure the hatch. Fasten the pitch.
It is real. We were fools to mock.
Lord, spare us, give us strength.
The flood comes, but those within shall be kept. The waters rose, cities, trees, the crooked roads, all vanish under one relentless tide. Scene 6. Long night, faith tested. 40 days and 40 nights, the world washed itself anew. Inside, Noah's family faced exhaustion, sorrow, and the strange stillness of faith.
Sing to me. Tell me the stories. Remember the dry slopes and the stars.
Remember when you taught us to plant. Those stories kept the hunger small.
My hands are blistered, my heart is weary. When will this end?
We wait. Remember the promise. Faith is not proof. It is trusting anyway. I will send the raven first.
He sent a raven. It flew and did not return. Weeks passed, so he sent a dove. Scene 7. The dove.
Go find a resting place.
Look, this guy seems less angry.
There, the dove returns, with a leaf.
An olive leaf. The land will breathe again.
Yet water still covered the earth. The ark drifted until it rested upon the mountains of Ararat. Scene 8. Land and covenant. At last, the ark came to rest. Noah and his family stepped into a world washed clean.
We give thanks to the Lord who spared us.
We will plan again. We will remember.
We will speak of mercy and the promise.
As for me, I establish my covenant with you. Never again shall floodwaters destroy all flesh. I set my bow in the cloud. So the world began again, with a promise in the sky and living memory in their hearts.
May we be faithful stewards. May we keep the earth with care.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. All right, so now we're going to look through our costumes, lighting, and set design. So first we did the story of Noah and the Ark. So those are going to be some of our main characters, as well as some filler characters, our set design, and just lighting along with that. So starting off, we have our narrator. Our narrator helps guide the entire scene, as you can see from our script reading. So we're going to have them have a pretty distinct but simple costume that fits the time as well as the setting. Move into Noah, who will have a more distinct outfit color-wise. We have the blues, which will also be kind of foreshadowing for the rain, but also just help pop and help show him as a character. Then we have our first villager. As you can see, it's super generic colors and design for that costume. The reason we wanted that was just so he could be as dynamic, as simple as possible. Again, he's kind of a filler when it comes to being on the stage, so we don't want him to stick out that much, or compared to some of the more well-known characters, like Noah's wife, will stand out a little bit more. She's the only female, so we need her to pop out with colors, and for those to look effeminate, makes sense for the character role. For the second villager, we have another very simple outfit, the inverse of the narrator. We're going to have him wear very simple clothes again, so he doesn't pop out too much, but he's still able to be separated from the first villager. Alright, and Noah's son is going to have a little bit more distinct clothing as well, similar to Noah, but he's going to have that darker cloak and then potentially a colorful turban, just so he can be one of the characters that stands out. The messenger. Messenger has a really simple role, but we still want them to look pretty cool. This is a pretty simple get-up as well, but we have props like the bag, so it'll just be obvious that they are the messenger because of the things that they carry throughout the scene. Alright, so going into scene one, we can start off with our lighting. Just see that it's mid-afternoon lighting, like goldish lighting. We do that because this is the beginning. Here you can see the basically the beginning stages of the ark being built, a tent to the left, and then just some barrels to the right to fill some space. Also we have wood and tools. So just some objects showing that we are building the ark. The second scene is super similar, only difference is the lighting changes. That's going to go into more of an afternoon, like it'll go into afternoon time. But this is as the scene 2 says, it's the plans in the family. So this is when some action slowly starts building, and it'll really build in this third scene where there's a building montage. Here you can see the fully built ark, but there's also some wood planks down there and the tools still there. This is the scene where everyone is putting up and building the ark. Yes, so with the lighting as well, it's going to be more bright daytime. I'll kind of show that montage. Alright, scene 4. So this is when the animals enter. So in order to do this, we are taking out the boat and just kind of bringing in a ramp and kind of showing some wood on the side to demonstrate the side of the boat. It's just so you can see the animals coming in and the actors can stay front facing. The lighting is going to be bright, kind of going for that daytime look, very bright daytime look. And that'll bring us to our 5th scene. This is the rain scene, the beginning of rain scene. So we have blue lights, and we're going to be looking in the inside of the boat. So this wall here, you see, this is showing the inside of the ark, and these lights are going to be dark blue because we're just showing that it's raining outside. It's the beginning of rain, so it's not super dark, but there's still show those blues. And then going down to the long night, faith tested. This is the intimate family scene. There's like despair and testing of faith, so we have really dim lights, still staying in the theme of being inside of the boat, but yes, dark lights, which brings us to our 7th scene. This is more hope. This is the
falling action going into the resolution. We have brighter lights, still some blues in there because it's been raining for a long time and the world is flooded, so we can see a lot of blue on the stage, and we're going to be on the outside of the ark for this scene. And then finally, on our scene 8, the land and the covenant, we have a rainbow. We're going to try to demonstrate that through the lights, as well as have it very obvious on the stage. But an important part too is we have that ramp scene again with the boat and the ramp being on land, and this will just show that we're back on land, and this will be a very hopeful, very happy scene that will resolve the entire story. So yeah, that is our ideas for the set and the lighting and the costumes of our play.